Look what we got here. It's a big monster. It's a big 1 liter. Look at the size of that beer. Huge. Look at that. It's huge. Huge, I tell ya. Huge. This is from the Level Brewing Company here in Port Williams, Nova Scotia since 2007. It's 1 liter, 4.8% alcohol. It's called a Dussel Port Altbier. New World Alt. Keep refrigerated. Isn't that pretty? Look at the size of that monster. It's time for a little drinky poo. Here we go. Ready? Oh, nice. Alright, let's get this in the bottle. That might slip out of my hand while I'm pouring this because it is kind of fat and heavy. That's why I'm splashing it around to get the sucker in the bottle and the glass. Alright, so there's what we got. Look. There's what we have for this beer. Looks real pretty, doesn't it? Real pretty. It's a little bit of a darker ale. Leaning more towards the copper color side. It looks relatively filtered, but not super filtered. Little slight cloudiness to it. Didn't get a head on it. I didn't acquire no head on this one. Oh well, let's give it a sniff and see what we think. I'm not really picking up any aroma. Again, I'm not really picking up any aroma on this sniff it one. It's time to sniff it again. Yeah. Maybe just a slight candy aroma. A very slight sweet candy aroma. I'm thinking that's probably coming from the yeast. I don't know though. I'm not really sure. I'm not positive, but oh well, let's give it a taste. Cheers. Let's try it again. Wow. Well, the carbonation is really on the low side for this one. Really on the low side of the carbonation. So it's got it's got less carbonation than my homemade beer. Well, it's definitely got that European thing going on. It's got that German European, you know, sort of Heineken, a little bit of a Heineken thing going on there. A little bit of that. Yeah, it's really got sort of a run-of-the-mill ale with that, you know, with that real German. I don't know. I mean, how do you explain a beer it's more on the typical side? Put it that way. No, there's no hoppiness at all. It's really just that really sort of a run-of-the-mill German-style ale. Just light. It's sessionable. I'll give it that. It's more on the sessionable side. But it's light. Doesn't have a whole lot of flavor. It's very low on carbonation. It leaves a little bit of a slight sort of earthy, I don't know what you call that, earthy, piney, more piney, a slight piney hop on the aftertaste. Just a minor one. It's got a very slight sweetness to it as well. Am I picking up a little? Am I picking up just a hint of banana? Would that be a hint of banana in there that I'm picking up? A very minor, very faded hint of banana. I'm not really feeling this one too well. Again, this is the Level Brewing Dussel Port Altbier. Interesting beer to try, and I appreciate trying it. And I really enjoyed going to visit the brewery today. It was very nice to go out there and check out the brewery. I'd love to try to get around to all the breweries in Nova Scotia at some point. But I'm not really feeling this one too much. but it is still pretty decent for what it's worth. I'm thinking going at about more like a 3.25 out of 5 on this one. Just because it's not really that, I'm not really finding too much in this one that's amazing, that that's making me think, oh, I really love this beer. Just more typical, that's all. Cheers, keep your mugs full, and we'll see you soon.